Reporting Vision on TV. We're at Netroots again this year, and we've got an interesting person to interview. Can you introduce yourself?
I can indeed. I'm John Wood. I work at the TUC on new media activities, so I'm one of the steering group with Netroots.
So what actually is Netroots?
That's a good question. It's an attempt to make a space for progressive activists of all types. So we're looking at everything from trade unionists, environmentalists, local anti-cuts activists, and way more. We've all got stuff we can learn from each other. And at the moment, when we find ourselves all up against it on all fronts, we're really going to need to work out what different groups have done well and how we can transfer that learning, make the most of it. So Netroots is a kind of loose group that's come together of some organisations, some grassroots activists in putting on a couple of events and trying to get a space where people can get some training to boost their skills, but crucially can network with each other and can meet each other and work out where to take the next projects.
Okay, but trade unions don't traditionally do things like this. What made the difference to unions to get involved in this kind of more grassroots organising?
You're right. I'd love to say that we had some of the world's most cutting-edge web stuff in the trade union movement, and the truth is we don't. But we, in some ways, don't need to. Each of our parts of the movement can do different things. You wouldn't necessarily expect the trade union movement to be straight down top shop protesting against Phillips Green within 30 minutes notice. We've got to get a motion and a conference first. But UK and CUT can do that. That's brilliant. What we've got to do is work out how we can fit together as a movement. So
it's about partnerships. Unions should partner with these more sort of direct action, more dynamic. Because unions used to be very dynamic, but they kind of become ossified a little bit. Do you think they're loosening up now?
I wouldn't necessarily agree with all of that, but what I see it as is the rising tide just raises everybody's boats. If we can raise awareness of the best ways to do stuff online in online campaigning, if we can get people talking to the people that are going to make the difference in their campaigns from the experience that they've got, then we win if Occupy win. We win if False Economy win. And that's kind of what this is all about.
Okay, so how can people find out about Netroots and what next?
Well, we've got this model really where we've done big events, and it's our third one now. We've had a second one in London, we had one in Manchester back in February, and we've not got anything planned in the immediate future. We're always looking for ideas on where we can take these kind of movements, but actually what's going to come next out of this is not what the Netroots does, but what's done from the connections that are made here today. So who's met who today and what that's going to spark off. Is what we're
Fantastic. Website?
Website is netrootsuk.org.
Okay, find out more about Netroots, come along to their next event and be part of it, make it your own. Check out the website.